How you doing, guys? Welcome back. Today's video is going to be completely different to what I normally post. I just want to start talking about some basic concepts that kind of will help you identify tradable opportunities regardless of whatever asset class. And before I kind of get into this, I want to really emphasize that being a disciplined trader is still very important. Just because you find a particular pattern that works for you, over an extended period of time, it doesn't mean that you eliminate or get rid of the discipline side of things, because ultimately we can find tradable opportunities, but if we don't know how to control our emotions, we're still going to lose money, right? So what exactly is it that I'm discussing here? We're talking about aggressive reversals, right? We've all sat and watched charts where, everything's fine, hunky-dory, and then all of a sudden, bang, right? You just get this explosive movement, whether it's up or down. And that's a lot of, aggression. That's a lot of energy behind that move. And what I like to do sometimes, and one of the things that I used to do many, many years ago, is when you're watching price, and you can see, for example, this is a great example of what I'm discussing here. Price is kind of lethargically going nowhere, just slowly grinding up, and then it starts to pull back, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, bang. This is an aggressive reversal, right? Because it's reversing or potentially reversing this move. Now, when it happens, this is a 4-hour chart, so you've got to wait for the 4-hour candle to finish. But when you wait for something like this, and you're just kind of sitting, this is completely out of nowhere. It doesn't make sense, right? Everything's nice, controlled, bar ranges are pretty normal, everything looks great, and then all of a sudden, bang, it's just out of the blue. This has happened. It's like something's just happened, right? It doesn't matter what you call it, doesn't matter what you label it, it's irrelevant. The fact is something's just happened, and you can use that something to potentially take either a trade, or start to think about potentially taking a trade, right? So if we keep going, we can see price starts to accelerate here, for example, it's going, and then all of a sudden, bang, it starts to move to the downside. Now, how you trade these, it is dependent on whatever your trading style is, whatever your system setup is, whatever it is that you're trying to do. But ultimately, it's a way to at least get you thinking about what's happening, on the chart, right? We keep going. We see, price is doing this, and then all of a sudden we get a little bit of a move down, and then it starts to move lower. Now, as it starts to grind up, this is not an aggressive reversal. This doesn't really tell us anything. It shows us that price was breaking down and then slowly starts to come back up. Maybe this, you might say, okay, but it's not reversing. The price was already going down in the first place. But as we continue, is another great example, that price is grinding up, and then all of a sudden, bang, this is an aggressive reversal. There's a lot of energy here. This one candle has basically just wiped out, hours and hours of movement to the upside, and it's all basically just been decimated by one very strong down 4-hour candle, right? So you start paying attention. What can I do with this? There's my range. How do I trade this range? Is there a tradable event somewhere in here? And so on. And then as we continue, price starts to go up, bang. Yeah. Again, price was going up, and then you get this huge move down. This is an aggressive reversal, right? And as we keep going, we can see many, many examples of this. Price is going sideways. It starts to run up, bang. This, again, aggressive reversal. And this is not new. Yeah, these concepts aren't new, but they're a way to identify a moment in time where you can say, okay, something pretty significant's happened. Am I going to get some follow through? Let me start to look a little bit closer, right? So with that said, I hope everyone's having an absolutely fantastic day or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next update. All the best. Take care. Ciao for now.